This is Prostock Joe coming to you live from NGRA headquarters, the home of Smack Talk TV and Smack Talk Radio. Recently, I started a conversation that has been started before, but the conversation relates to starting line safety. I think credit can be attributed to Little Johnny from Maryland, but this is an ongoing conversation that's been started many times by many people, so I won't take full credit for it. But in as much, credit aside, in as much as there is a problem, there needs to be some solutions. The problem is that everybody wants to stand around the starting line. Now, that in itself poses a danger. We all know that these cars are very volatile and they are liable to malfunction at any given moment. You know, drive shafts could shoot out, axle could break, a tire could come off, there could be an explosion, a nitrous bottle or the nitrous system, or some other parts on the car could break and cause an injury to somebody standing nearby. Now, it's been stated that there are several problems. Now, the biggest problem, I believe, are the VIP folks who believe they have a right to stand on the starting line because they have celebrity status or well-known status at the track or whatever the case might be. But see, here's the problem. You guys are the problem. The VIP guys are the problem. And some of you are going to rebuff this, and some of you are going to say, oh, Prostock. But, well, listen, here's this average guy. This guy's paid $20, maybe 40 or 60 to get him and his wife and maybe his older son at the racetrack. They're standing on the starting line enjoying the festivities just like Mr. VIP. Now, when we go and say, you know what, guys, you got to clear the starting line. So Joe Customer says, well, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a freaking minute here. Mr. VIP is not moving. So if Mr. VIP gets to stand up here, then so do I. Mr. VIP is not with this car. Mr. VIP is just sitting here chilling. Now, I paid my $20 just like Mr. VIP. So if he gets to stand here, why can't I? Just because his name is better known than mine, he gets to stand here? See, that is really the crux of the problem. And even the videographers and the camera folks, you guys got to be behind the rail. Nobody should be on that track except the car, the staff people, and the crew. Now, crews assume their own risk, and then there's less of them. So, one drive shaft might not take out 5 or 6 different people if there's 200 people congregated around the car. Nobody's going to be distracting the driver. I mean, there's so much good that can come from people not standing on the starting line. So my challenge to the VIP folks, you know who you are. I don't have to call your names. Stay off the starting line. Go in the stands. Sniper said the other day, start on the starting line. It's a fight. It's a big challenge to be able to see anything from the starting line, unless you're that very guy in the very front, And even if you're standing on this side, there's so many people blocking between you and the other car, you can't even see what the other car is doing. So when we have all those fights about who left first and all that, you can't really tell if you're one of the people on the starting line. The stands are the place to be, or either behind the barriers. I mean, at the very least, get behind the barriers. At the very least. Behind the barriers, and then if you're behind the barriers, you need to be out of the sight of the driver, which means behind the rear wheels of the car. And that should be the rule. And you track owners, you need to step up and you need to start making this happen, because eventually somebody's going to get hurt, somebody's going to get sued. I mean, somebody's going to get cost their money because, somebody distracted them and their finger slipped off the button. I mean, when it comes to money, people will say some wild shit. When it comes to money, and everybody knows this, everybody knows what's going on. This is high stakes drag racing. There are no rules, but there must be some common sense. You got to make some sense out of the nonsense, and it's nonsense for all those people to stand up there. So the VIP guys, you got to move, you got to take the lead in this thing. Okay? Everybody agrees it's a problem. Everybody agrees it needs to be cleaned up. So VIP guys, take the lead. Track owners, track managers, you guys also follow suit. I mean, and again, nobody should be mad at this. You don't have to stand on the starting line. Stand behind the barriers. You don't have to be on the track. You don't have to be on the track. Now, I know this is a custom from the street racing days, and that's where it was. Everybody was around the car. But it was dangerous then, and it's dangerous now. The only problem is back on the street, there's nobody you could sue because you were in an illegal place. Now you're at a legal place, so you could sue the track. You know, that's why insurance is so high. I mean, again, for a $20 value, you can't beat drag racing all day long. You get a value for that. You know, some races are better than others. Some have more action than others. But for $20, you get 10, 12 hours of entertainment. You get to socialize. You get to see the smack talking. All that's entertainment. You get to see guys you haven't known. That's entertainment, socialization. That's what it is. And then there's some racing on top of everything else. So VIP guys, the challenge is to you: step up, get off the starting line, and help the promoters and the track owners keep the starting lines clear. That's my challenge to you. And this is Prostock Joe, just making some sense out of the nonsense. We'll see you at the starting line.